Welcome to the Business Spotlight series. My name is Hugo Breton. I'm a senior partner of ActionCOACH Halton, and today I'm here with Jackie Connelly, the owner and president of Parsons Interiors Limited. Jackie, great to have you. Thanks again for your time and being part of the series.
Thank you for having me on the show.
Now, those of you watching, if this is your first time here, be sure to like and subscribe to get notifications whenever we drop new conversations just like this one. So Jackie, again, welcome. And let's get started with just learning a little bit about your journey and what you're doing with Parsons Interiors.
Well, my journey started in 2005. I changed careers, or actually before 2005, because I graduated from Humber then and started my business. Before that, I was an esthetician. So I've been self-employed all my life.
Mhm.
And my first passion was always interior decorating. And I actually went to school um, to Sheridan right after high school, but I found myself very young in the industry back in the day. Also, interior decorating and design wasn't as popular as it is now. So I think I got in at the right time, out at the right time. Things happened for a reason. So I followed my passion as an esthetician for a very long time. And then I did renovations. I bought and sold home where I gutted it. And my girlfriend was sitting in my living room and she looked at me and she says, "What are you doing? Get back into this. You've got a knack." So I went to school and graduated from Humber. And that was my journey. And 20 years later now, I think we're at 20 years more. Yeah.
Mhm. Okay.
And so I started off working from home. Then I decided to have a storefront in Port Credit. Um, the storefront in Port Credit was getting too small and parking was a little bit difficult. And so then I moved in Oakville, where I have much better parking, and considered a stocking dealer there. And I do sell to other designers as well. And so slowly kept building up the company that way.
Mhm. Oh, and um, who's your target? Like, where have you focused in terms of clients and with others out there, where do you focus in terms of being unique in the market?
Well, being unique makes me a stocking dealer, which is a little bit different than other designers. So I'm able to sell to designers and also to consumers. I network a lot. I also, for 14, 15 years, I ran Mississauga Networking Group. So I did that as well. We gave it up. Well, shortly after COVID, we were doing it on Zoom and then I gave it up. So, now that I built it up for a long period of time, social media helps. And I've got a large clientele that calls me when they move or referrals, that sort of thing too.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's exciting to hear because
Yeah.
definitely word of mouth and referrals are probably the best way to generate clients. Um, I'm intrigued a little bit by the storefront, but a lot of your work um is with the client. So with that unique combination, I know you're getting referrals today, but other than networking, how did you organize your marketing, or which marketing strategies are you using? And is it different for the storefront than for the design work?
I would say not any different. Having a website, doing marketing on different platforms like House, for example, is one of them that I was on. Um, And then that's basically it. And, sending out flyers originally. I mean, in the beginning, let's face it, you just throw spaghetti on the wall and see what sticks. You
Yeah.
try different strategies. Certain strategies that I tried didn't work the way my other business worked. So I had to change focus that way. I'm not going to say it's been easy because it hasn't been. It's a small niche market too. So
Mhm. Mm. I think that's interesting and something that business owners sometimes overlook, the fact that you're always supposed to be testing and like throwing the spaghetti. Um, how are you how are you doing that? Like kind of testing and then deciding, oh, this worked, this didn't. Like, was there any measures or anything that you were tracking?
yeah, because I did connect with a lot of real estate agents in the beginning. So in the beginning, I also did a lot of staging. Staging has changed over the years as well. So I got a lot of referrals through real estate agents. And I started doing quite a bit of staging, and that's why I got a bigger property too, and I had a lot of inventory. And as things changed, the market has changed, and me getting older as well, I decided it wasn't as much as my passion. I mean, I do still do some staging where I'm going to call myself being like the bad cop in a nice way, because having the design background as well compared to a real estate agent, yes, they could, do a few things themselves, but having it done through a professional, and I see pictures online all the time. And I'm going to say this: what you don't know, you don't know. So I see so many mistakes that could be improved, where we could even do a consultation after the fact, even just through some images and pictures that somebody takes, and I could tweak it and say, why don't you do this? Just because photography and what they're aiming for is a whole different ball game. First of all, staging and design is totally different too. So we could go into conversations where, with staging, you're doing it more for the mass market, and it almost has to feel like you're walking into a hotel suite where you're removing the personality of the home so you could have many people liking it. And that's one mistake I see even when I see photographs online, real estate agents, showing their projects or their home being for sale, where in design, it's more personal. So you're going to get into the psyche of the client. What do they like? Because at the end of the day, they live there. And I tell them that just because, it's in style doesn't mean it's right for you. I'll make it more modern to today's style, but at the end of the day, they live there. So we have to take that in consideration. So it's a whole flip side of the opposite scale. And it's just fun working directly with clients. I enjoy that very much.
Okay, okay, nice. Um, I know that the business has changed and evolved and grew. Like, and one aspect that we discuss in the series is just building teams. So right now, is it you? Like, do you have a team? How has that process gone through time?
I have a team. Mainly it's me. I do all the coordination, the clients. But when it comes to putting maybe the mood board in just to speed up the process so the client isn't waiting on one person doing it all, because I am jack of all trades. I do my own paperwork, my own billing, and so forth. I do have, young designers that work with me, and I allocate what the look and feel and what we're doing, and then we just put it together.
Hmm. No. Now in your industry, I'm guessing that finding the right designers or helping them kind of learn the style of Parsons may be a process. So how do you find the talent or help them kind of align with your expertise?
Well, most of the time, everybody that I've employed over the years, I've taken them on as students originally. So they shadowed me for quite a long time and they get to know my style. But I do all the design and styling myself anyways. They just give me a hand.
Okay, right. So you've talked a little bit about the story. Where do you see Parsons going in the next 3 to 5 years?
Well, that's a good question. As I'm finding, I am getting older, my next step is probably find a young designer that would love to be able to shadow me and take on and move forward. And I could train them and they can take over Parsons eventually.
Mhm. Okay. 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 So start to work on that succession plan.
Mhm.
Um, kind of. Okay. Interesting. Um, so I have a few quick questions, maybe just top of mind, couple of words that may come up for you. Uh, what do you think is a key to success?
Never give up.
Mm,
You fall down, you brush it up and start again. And there's a lot of rejection in this business, a lot of door knocking. Originally, back in the days, we did knock on doors, and I put even hangers of business cards and so forth. Just have I'm not going to say a tunnel vision, but in a way, yeah, just don't don't look beside you on who's doing what. Just keep focused on where you want to go and just keep on going forward. And that's all I've been doing all my life, really.
mhm. Oh,
And it's by bit. It's not easy. I'm not gonna lie.
okay.
But
Yeah.
that's what makes, you know,
Yeah, I like that persistence and avoiding any comparisons, right, with what's going on
yeah,
next door. Okay.
yeah.
Other than what we've discussed so far, any advice you would have for business owners?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Any, like, other than what we've discussed so far, any other advice for business owners?
The only thing I would say is, especially if they're in my industry, um, and if somebody's like graduating or so forth, shadow somebody first. I wish I had that opportunity from school, and my school didn't have that, but I do get a lot of co-op students and I admire them, and that's why I'm very patient with even newcomers to the country that, have a language barrier and has gone to school and they come in. I see the struggles and I'm patient with them. And I'm glad that they're doing that. I'm glad they're doing a co-op program. I wish I had that opportunity. So I would say anybody out there in any type of business, shadow somebody. So you'll like, you could see what you like or dislike and then take that path. And that's why I did a little bit of staging, a little bit of renovation, a little bit of everything in the beginning to see where my passion was. Do you like soft furnishings versus hard surface finishes? That's kind of a lingo that we use.
Hmm.
Might not mean anything to yourself or to some of the listeners, but basically, in a nutshell, is you'll know where your niche is, your niche market, and go with that. What No matter what type of business it is, find your passion. And money comes because you just love what you do. And then it shows through when you love something.
Hmm. Mm. Yeah. Yeah. that shadowing and getting that experience for someone who's been there. That's fantastic. Um, any resource or book on business that you've read and is maybe your favorite or that you would recommend others?
Actually, there is one. I believe it was called Dancing with Design. Really good. She has a lot of images and inspiration, and she's local. A girlfriend of mine gave it to me years ago before I got into the design and before I went to school because she knew that I've always enjoyed design. And I believe she's a local designer and she's retired now. And it was a really great book.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
And if there was a magic one that you could improve one area of your business, which aspect of your business would you improve?
Well, if it was magical, it'd be wonderful that the phone doesn't stop ringing with clients instead of solicitors.
Mm, okay, got it. Uh, Perfect. So when we share this, we'll share this with your website, social media, so people can find you. But as we start wrapping up, anything else you would like the audience to know about your business or anything coming up in the next couple months?
Hmm. No, I mean, I did have a big sale going on and now it's coming almost to an end, so probably not. I don't know. We could do a promotional,
Okay.
maybe.
And this content will be posted and coming up. So I think that just checking out for any promotions or sales, that I think that'd be
Yeah,
great.
the
Okay.
website parsonsinteriors.com.
Okay. Perfect. Now, one final question. What do you find most inspiring today?
Hmm. Meaning inspiring in the design business?
It could be, or just for you as a business owner, what brings you energy?
That's a tough one because lately, with having my back being sore and stuff, and I don't know, there's something in the air it hasn't been easy um, to get energized, but I look forward every day to do my yoga and my walk. So that energizes me. Going on vacation soon. Look forward to that. And we're grateful it's summer and it's beautiful out. So
Mm, that quite a long list. So great.
yeah,
And ideas that others can borrow from. So that's fantastic. So Jackie, thanks again for your time and sharing your journey and experience with the audience. And we'll definitely be in the lookout for any sales promotions or events that you hold. So um, thanks again and have a wonderful afternoon.
thank you.